It's been a week, huh? It's been a week. So happy to see you. Thank you for coming to visit with me. It's a beautiful morning, absolutely beautiful. I woke up full of energy, ready for today. My daughter and I did a little grocery shopping, and we noticed that there's a brand new coffee shop that's opened by the grocery store. So we went in there to check it out. I wanted to see what kind of comfy seating they had and if it was crochet worthy. It looks like they just opened the doors to try to get people in there, more of a soft opening. Definitely some potential. They have all different kinds of coffees. Got me an iced cold brew. I don't know coffee shops. I'm not so sure about this cold brew fad style that's going on. So in the late 90s, when I worked at a coffee shop in San Francisco, we used to brew coffee, and whatever was left over at the end of the day or in a certain time period, we would pour it into a pitcher and put it in the refrigerator, and that became the cold brew, which we'd then pour over ice when somebody ordered it or add whatever accessories they like and serve it. I noticed that cold brew has upped in price, and it is costs more than just a hot cup of coffee at some of these chain stores. Well, independents too, I guess. So a drip coffee is like a pour over. You'd get your grind and you pour hot coffee over it, and it filters down through the bottom, and hot coffee. At what point do you take that hot coffee, put it in a refrigerator, and it's costing twice as much? Summertime, supply and demand. And I'm paying for it because it's delicious. No sweetener, just a splash of heavy whipping cream, please. So we did that, came home, and I realized I haven't visited with you in about a week. I have some things I've been working on. What's first? Would you like to look at my flower? Look. Isn't she pretty? I have 3 different colors. I used the Aunt Lydia's. Oh my goodness, I don't remember the colorways. I picked a yellow, more of a primary yellow, and I had this orange. I think I did an amigurumi of a tiger for Lunar New Year a while back, and I think that's where I have the orange from. And then I have this burnt orange to make it look like a marigold, which we'll visit that a little bit later. I did a green, a very pretty green, and it has like some other little beginning leaf petals on there. This is a pattern that I found on a new to me website, Ribbler, R-I-B-B-L, Ribble, R-I-B-B-L-R. Remember, it wasn't spelled E-R. It's a new to me pattern website. I saw it suggested on a Reddit under a crochet thread conversation. But there's a YouTube tutorial, and it's written in 4 parts, and it's by Plain Jane Crafts. I will link the YouTube video below. It is step by step. There's 4 tutorials that she's put together, 4 tutorials. It is not beginner friendly. You have to have some common crochet knowledge. And I did learn 3 new Tunisian crochet stitches. I learned Tunisian single, Tunisian half double, and Tunisian double crochet. And she uses those to make these petals thicker and thicker, working out and then working back down without needing to do 3. Genius. It works. it works, and it gives a perfect little curl to it. It's got a surprise. It's got a surprise. Are you ready? Let's see. I think I'm going to turn it this way. I think I'm going to turn it this way. Isn't she cute? Her hair is all individual, which she suggests at the end of the video to use a hot glue gun, La Mama Michaela style. And you glue her little hair down. And oh, on the outside of the flower, there's like a little ridge that you put those petals down to. But those petals, by gluing them down, gives her skirt a nice little flare too. That's a nice design feature. She's still got her little hair piece. I made a little clip, a little reel, and added some fairy music to it, and I posted it on Instagram, YouTube, maybe you saw it, and my personal Facebook page for friends and family. And yeah, it was exciting to see how many people gave me a thumbs up. How cute is she? She was really fun. She's made in all one piece. She makes it out of 3-weight cotton, acrylic, I'm not sure, but I did Aunt Lydia's crochet thread because I wanted it to be dainty and small. There isn't much that I would change. It's an excellent pattern. The tutorial English is probably not her first language, so there are a few lengthy terms that I had a hard time, but by watching the video you can very clearly see what she's doing with her hands and the stitches. So a little bit of trial and error. She's cute. It turned out. I did it. Cutie pie. So I did that. That was a 8-hour overnight shift. I took minimal breaks. So she is probably right around 7 hours of crocheting. I also, the next day when I came home was the stick assembly day, and I did take a little extra time to use some starch, and I doilied out the dark orange petals, which I don't know if I needed to do that. The way those green little leaves stick out the side made a very cute tutu. So I was working on that. And then the overnight before that, I wanted something lighthearted to work on. And I found a pattern by Sweet Softies. Also, I found that one on Ravelry. And then there was a YouTube tutorial, Sweet Softies. I will tag that in the description box below. And I used cotton and I made a chick. And when I made the chick, it's using the African daisy flower granny. And you make 2 triangles. And I had fun with colors. This is just all of the lighter 3-weight yarn out of my scrap box, and I made the chick. She's pretty fun. And then I also had some more like a 4-weight. I think it was Premier $1.25 tree, and I think some sugar and cream, and I made a bigger chick. I made both sides the same on that one. Fun little pattern. I did have a problem with the 4-weight. So in the corners, I've got these weird holes, which she suggests putting the safety eye in the hole. On my overnight shift, I didn't have any felt with me, and you put the eyes in before you stitch up the back end. So I didn't have any felt to put behind the safety eye so that the safety eye wouldn't pull out of that hole. These are in the corners on the last round, or not the last round because it's a single crochet round before the last round. These are triple crochets and then a chain I hope it's a chain 1 because that would make that hole just a tiny bit smaller. But that triple crochet is so tall, I think, but she uses it to make the square corner, which works totally fine with the smaller, sorry, I'm blocking my face. It works totally fine with the smaller 3-weight. She need a little piece of, and then I could see the stuffing sticking out of it, but it's just for fun. We won't look that close at flaws and imperfections. I got chicks. That's a fun little pattern, and I didn't have as much stuffing maybe as they would have needed, but they're soft and fluffy and sweet softies, right? Sweet softies. I'll put the link in the pattern below. And then so I was working on the breezy Cardi too after, because the chicks didn't take very much time at all. So I got a couple more rows on the Cardi. Let's see. I have, last time I shared with you, I had back panel duster length done. Now I'm working down the front side, and I need to leave a couple of rows to accommodate a bit of a shoulder width. So I don't know, eyeball 1, 2, 3, 4, let's eyeball 5 in the collar. So I'm just working down the front. Plenty of stitching to go. I've got plenty of yarn, not worried about it. Long-term width, working on that. And what else? Oh, Originally Lovely. So I found on my LA trip to visit Sarah, I found this plastic Plarn in one of the little booths when we did the shopping. It's like a long shopping bag, the old kind, the thin kind that was not supposed to be disposable, but we disposed of it anyway. So I bought 2 of those, and it looked like it was a solid cake, a Plarn. So I started working on it. I found a pattern by Originally Lovely that uses the raffia paper kind of yarn, and I loved it. It's a bag like this, triangular. I love the handle construction, is sturdy. It's amazing. So it's a chain, and then you're slipping into it, so it's sturdy, and then you're single crocheting over it. So this is like 3 rounds to make the handle, which ate up quite a bit of Plarn. And then you're working off of that, sorry, did it again, didn't I? You're working off of that single crochet around in just a partial, and then starting out your bag. So that's a cute summer bag. You could throw all kinds of goodies in there, but I'm running out. I needed, like, I'm almost done with the one side. So that was 2. There's still a bottom on it. I need like 4 more of these. It's a bit of a mystery at this point. It had an outer bag on it. Around here somewhere. Had an outer bag on it that said a manufacturing company. When I looked up the manufacturing company, it said that it's in Mexico, and it did not have a way to purchase on their website. So that was the distributor to other companies. And they don't just make Plarn. It wasn't a yarn fiber company. It was a company that makes like plastic sprinklers, like agricultural netting and construction temporary fencing. And then they had this in all these different colors. So that really wasn't a solid lead, and I couldn't see on their website where I could find retailers. I did send an email, I think. The website wasn't in English, so with all of my high school Spanish being used, my vocabulary is very slim. I used English. And I sent an email, so I was hoping, I don't know, Hoping I can get a reply. I have no clue. The other choice, I went to Etsy, Etsy, and I found some plastic raffia. You see, I don't know. I can order 4 more. They're not going to be the same color because it's not the same company. And if it's anything like acrylics or other fibers, the lot number is not going to be the same. So we went with contrasting. I ordered, well, I didn't order yet. I'm still thinking about it because, I mean, I just need it really, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should order 4 more, if I should just find a different bag pattern. And then I still want this bag, but just make it out of something that I already have. Like I have some cording, or I have some other, or order more of what I think this is, and then just order enough to do the whole project. And then, I don't know. I want the bag in this now. Oh, and then there's another third option. I need to go back to LA. I need to take a 6-hour road trip back down to LA, visit with Sarah, and take my butt back down to downtown LA to the fashion district and pick up some tchotchkes and some more Plarn. I did see quite a while ago, there was a woman on YouTube, and oh, I can't remember her name. She lives in Texas, and I think she has a little yarn shop, or had a shop where she sold, a storefront where she sold summer tops and items, and used to go to the market and buy her yarn in a market. I don't know. Definitely worth more research, because Originally Lovely has an incredible pattern that I really do need in my life. With or without that stuff, we'll see. I don't like putting projects on hold for too long, because then going back to it, it's dusty. Am I gonna dust it off and finish it? I might need to go to Hobby Lobby and see if I can pick up something that would be suitable to make that bag, because I really do want the bag. We'll see. And then the last thing that I have to share with you, we went to go visit my husband's grandma, and she had a magazine that she found on one of her bookshelves. This magazine is from 1973, and it's called Women's Day Granny Squares. I don't know when the granny square was invented, but I hope it was a granny. This is a pretty little thick magazine. The first half of it is colored pictures, and the second half is the patterns, which is absolutely incredible to share with you, because I don't have to worry about giving away the patterns. I also thought the advertisement on the back was hilarious. We don't advertise those anymore, and there is a Surgeon General warning on the back. Interesting, interesting. So when I first started flipping through, I was all full of giggles to have a new magazine. And one of the first patterns that they showed was granny skirts. I appreciate them. That is a whole lot of ends to weave in. Definitely a fashion statement of the 70s. But I had a whole little scenario come to mind of sitting around in your living room with no pants on and someone knocking at the door. So you just grab the quilt closest to you and wrap it around your middle to answer the door. Probably not. I think they're beautiful. They're beautiful. One's called Mosaic Skirt and the other one's called Miffler Skirt. Very nice. And then I started flipping through the pages and I saw these are timeless. Granny squares. Poncho. Absolutely timeless. I have one of these that I really love wearing. Timeless. A bucket hat. with a very, very pretty brim on it. It's got like that little floral chevron-y bit on it. Granny squares. Excellent beginner pieces. This cute little vest. That would be so pretty over a summer top. Little tank top to jazz it up for a barbecue or a party or a get together. I had a lot of fun with this magazine. Tons of fun, colorful ideas, full of granny squares. Just a great resource to have on my bookshelf. I will preserve it. Maybe my grandchild will want to learn to crochet and they'll be inspired by the 70s like I have. Well, thank you for visiting with me today. I really appreciate your time, and I hope that whatever project you have on your hook, you have plenty of yarn for it, so you don't have to go hunt down some more. I'm gonna go hunt down some more. I'm gonna go take myself over to Hobby Lobby. Does anyone know, is this a 30% off week? If it's not, I'm gonna browse until Monday morning. If it is a 30% off week, that bag might work in some cotton. Cotton just might be stiff enough if I go down a hook size. I'll be back to show you. I hope you come back to visit soon. Take care. Bye.